The nodes in this fight can seriously mess you up if you don't understand what's happening, and your usual strategy might just fall apart. So, what we're gonna do in this video is simple. I'll quickly explain the main annoying nodes in this fight, what actually makes Crossbones dangerous here, and then we'll go over the top 5 best counters that can help you take down as many health bars as possible and score big points. Trust me, bringing the right champion here makes a huge difference. Alright, let's get into it. So before we talk about the counters, let's quickly understand what actually makes this Crossbones fight difficult, because mechanically, it's not Crossbones himself, it's the nodes. The first big one is inflated ego. Basically, you can't deal damage unless Crossbones has 3 active buffs on him. If those buffs aren't there, your hits are doing almost nothing, so the entire fight becomes about managing his buffs properly instead of just going in and attacking like normal. Then there's Bane. And if you've played any content with Bane before, you already know how stressful this can get. There's this alternating degeneration timer that keeps switching between you and the defender. If the timer expires while it's on you, you take damage. If it expires while Crossbones has it, he takes damage. So now, you're not just fighting Crossbones, you're also fighting a timer the whole time. And it gets even more annoying. After you throw 4 special 1 attacks, the game basically forces you to bait a special 2 from Crossbones. And once you're deep into the fight, and Crossbones starts stacking those big Fury buffs, his block damage becomes absolutely ridiculous. Like, you can literally lose huge chunks of health just trying to block safely. Defender-wise, Crossbones is actually not complicated at all. You mostly just bait SP1s and you're fine. But these node interactions are what make the fight feel so hard and stressful. So the real question becomes, which champions actually handle this fight well? Alright, let's jump into the top 5 champions for this fight. Alright, kicking things off at number 5, we've got Northstar. And honestly, this dude is way better here than most people expect. The main reason Northstar works so well in Coliseum-style fights is because his ramp-up is super fast. You're not sitting there building stuff forever. You basically get going almost immediately, which is exactly what you want when the fight is all about how many health bars you can delete. The game plan with Northstar is pretty simple. You start off by landing a special 3, then go straight into a special 2, and after that, you're basically just spamming special 1s and watching Crossbones' health bars melt. The damage ramps up insanely fast if you play it right. Now, the really important part here is Bane management. As long as you're timing your hits properly, you can keep transferring Bane back to Crossbones instead of letting it tick on you. That's what lets you stay alive longer in this fight. And when Crossbones throws his special 2, don't panic. Just block the first 2 hits, then dex the last hit. That alone saves you from eating a ton of unnecessary damage, especially once he's stacked with those beefy Fury buffs. If you play it clean, Northstar can actually survive for a long time in this fight and put out some seriously insane damage. He's not perfect, but for a number 5 spot, he does a really solid job. Coming in at number 4, we've got Domino. And honestly, a lot of players already have her on their roster, which makes this option even better. Domino can be really deadly in this fight because of her massive damage output, especially from her critical bleeds. And since Crossbones is a skill champion, Domino naturally has that class advantage, which just makes things even easier. Once those critical bleeds start landing, Crossbones' health bars can disappear very quickly. This is one of those fights where Domino's raw damage really carries. The playstyle here is pretty straightforward. You want to play aggressive, build power quickly, and throw as many special 2s as possible. That's where most of Domino's big damage comes from in this matchup. As long as you're managing Bane properly, and not just holding block against a Fury-stacked Crossbones, Domino can absolutely melt through multiple health bars in this fight. If you've got Domino ranked up already, this fight is honestly a great place to use her. Coming in at number 3, we've got Dust.
Ciao, sono Orso Giordi Locatelli, faccio trading da 18 anni e ogni giorno condivido il mio metodo con studenti in tutta Europa. Ho creato questo workshop